Well, Man United have gone ahead to submit their first Andre Onana bid to Inter Milan, and this arises after a Saudi Arabian club came in through to hijack the deal of Andre Onana to Man United. Good morning. It's a Tuesday. It's the 4th of July, and hope you guys are really having a wonderful time together. But we are trying to really spice up your morning with some latest news coming in from Man United as far as your transfer rumors, transfer facts are really concerned. Rokan David is my name. You can as well call me RD. Continue to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And as I told you, we are left with like 50 to 60 subscribers to hit 14,000 subscribers. And guys, continue subscribing, because the more you subscribe, the more you really do us the favor to hit that number in a nick of time. Now, we are talking Sofyan Amrabat. Stories coming in from El Nacional yesterday reporting that Sofyan Amrabat and United have gone ahead to agree personal terms. That has been refuted by the CEO of Fiorentina, and they say they've not yet seen any offer from Man United. And obviously there is no way you submit an offer without agreeing personal terms, meaning that they haven't heard of any interest of Sofyan Amrabat and Man United. And lastly, something concerning the takeover that was sounded by one of the OBs of Man United yesterday is what we're going to discuss onto this channel. Remember, we strictly do Man United news, and I would like to call upon you to smash the like button close to 300 times, because the moment you do that, we are going to go viral and we are going to trend. So take this opportunity to really not miss out onto that voyage of us going viral because of your like. So let's start it off like this. Andre Onana is one of the goalkeepers that Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to put emphasis on, and he wants him to come in through and obviously play for Manchester United. A little bit of this guy to show you that he's really a special guy. Pep Guardiola, while addressing the media, he told them that they needed to really study how Andre Onana does his stuff, and they rarely go ahead and obviously examine the goalkeeper towards the game, but they needed to really study how Andre Onana does his stuff. And Pep Guardiola said he's like another player on the field of play. And those that really watched the final of the Champions League, you saw to it that he was even reaching the center half of the pitch with the ball. That makes him a very good ball-playing goalkeeper, and that's why Ten Hag likes him, and that's why he has gone ahead to tell the board of United that do this, and they did it yesterday night. Who broke the story? It was Alfredo Pedula, I think comes in. He works for TV dello Sport. He said Manchester United have made their first official bid for Andre Onana, 40 million euros plus 5 million euros in bonuses. It's not enough for Inter Milan. Further contacts between the clubs will take place soon. Inter's deadline is July 20th. That is it. So after him, then another huge update about the bid came in through from Di Marzio, and we are told that Man United offered 40 million euros for Andre Onana. They could raise their bid in the coming days. So you now understand that it's all credible, because Di Marzio and Gazzetta dello Sport and this Pedula guy have been so much accurate when it comes to the news of Italy and Andre Onana. They first told us about how Adrian Rabiot is going to agree a deal with Juventus to extend or renew his contract after failing talks, or after his talks with United collapsed, and that came to pass. Then they told us how United is interested in Andre Onana. Even the likes of Fabrizio Romano came in through and obviously confirmed that the interest is really genuine for Onana from Man United. And here they come, confirmed to us that a bid has been put in for Andre Onana. 40 million euros plus 5 million euros of add-ons. Do you know what that means? It means that United are now 8 million euros apart from the fee that Inter Milan really wants, because Inter Milan is calling in for 53 million euros. Right? Are they 53 million euros? Yes, 53 million euros. So, as it stands, we are waiting to see what is going to happen between Man United and Inter Milan, because this is the goalkeeper that Erik ten Hag wants, and Inter Milan have gone ahead to issue a deadline, and that is of 20th July, and they want this deal to be put out of the way by 20th July, and we wait and see whether this is going to come to pass if United will really push to see this deal happening. And according to what I understand from my sources, I've been told that Erik ten Hag wants a goalkeeper at Man United before the end of this week. That is it. He wants Andre Onana to be part of the first pre-season friendly that you're going to play against Leeds. That is next Wednesday. That is like 8 days from now. And he wants him to start integrating with the defenders and other goal players because he's good at ball possession, press resistant, acts as a reference to the nearby players. Those are the back four. That is Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Diego Dallo, Harry Maguire, Lindelof, Lisandro Martinez, Luke Shaw, Malacia, and Rafael Varane, right? Then he wants him to get used to the likes of Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, Mason Mount, the runs of Anthony wide right, Rashford and Garnacho wide left, Anton Martial, and the new striker that Erik ten Hag is going to get in through. So he wants he wants Andre Onana to get used to every member of the team because Andre Onana can distribute a ball anywhere on the pitch accurately. That is it. And that's why Ten Hag wants him as up to really start training with the club of Man United. Remember, training started yesterday. As I brought you that photos yesterday, as players arrived at Carrington, Lisandro Martinez, Anthony, Donny van de Beek, Kobe Menu, Dean Henderson, name it. They arrived at Carrington yesterday, and obviously training commenced. Erik ten Hag is already there, and today we anticipate the unveiling of Mason Mount because yesterday he completed and passed the United medical, and we expect those photos of him holding the shirt of Man United to be unveiled today as United continues or proceeds or projects to the next signing, that is Andre Onana. And Ten Hag believes that when Andre Onana comes in through, at least he knows exactly what his style of play will be because he wants to be a ball-playing manager. You know, his philosophy is all about football possession. And let me reflect a little bit. Back when Jose Mourinho came into Chelsea, I think it was 2004, right? 2003, 2004, that's when he came in through. He told the media that if you are going to build a very good team, it starts with the goalkeeper. That is it. Way back, it was all about shot stopping, not ball distribution. But right now, you have to be a very good shot stopper and very good at ball distribution. And that's what Andre Onana brings to the table at Man United. So, Andre Onana is okay to come to the land of honey and bread, that is Manchester United, and he is willing to come in through. And Ten Hag wants to first bring in that goalkeeper, know that please, I can have him as the reference. Pep Guardiola describes him as another player on the field of play, and it looks like when he comes in the Premier League, he's going to be the best ball distributing goalkeeper. That's it. And right now, I don't think there is a goalkeeper who distributes a ball better than Andre Onana. That's it. The problem was he was at Ajax, he was at Inter Milan, and he has not yet seen himself come to where the global eye is. And the global spotlight is in the Premier League, and you saw how the leagues were really ranked, you know, yesterday by FIFA. Premier League comes first. I think Italian Serie A comes second. La Liga comes third. Bundesliga comes fourth. Eredivisie comes fifth, and League One comes sixth. So, as it stands, the number one footballing league in the world is the Premier League. And if at all he comes in through and really orchestrates what we know that he does with his foot on the ball, he's going to find himself in that ilk of being the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. Because if he distributes like that, and is a very good shot stopper, that means he can increase the number of clean sheets that David De Gea kept last season from 17 maybe to 20 or 23. That is it, because he's a very good shot stopper, and that means when you're having him, you are going to hide that ball from your opponent for the most minutes out of the 90 that you play. So that is Andre Onana. But what really triggered United to go on and obviously put in this bid as soon as possible. It was all about this, as James Beng of CBCS Sport came out and confirmed us that Al Nassr have made a lucrative offer to Andre Onana. That's it. So this really triggered United to put in their bid as up. That's it. It triggered United to put in their bid as soon as possible. And as it stands, it's all about United competing with Al Nassr. Now, if you are Inter Milan, this is what you will always want. You know, when you're selling a player and you're calling in for 50 million euros, is it 60 million euros or 53 million pounds? All right. And the team doesn't want to meet it, and their bid is below what you really understand or value your player. You would love a team to come in through to cause a bidding war, and guess what? A bidding war is in, and Al Nassr is in, but I don't see Andre Onana denying himself an opportunity to come in through and obviously play for Manchester United. He understands that if they're giving him a lucrative deal while at Inter Milan, that means if at all he goes to Man United, his value and the brand will really increase, and that means 3 or 4 years from now when he quits Man United, he'll be like 5 times more the amount of money they're offering him right now. I understand they're offering him like a deal of 300,000 pounds a week, but trust me, by the time he leaves Man United, he'll be worth like 500 or 600,000 pounds a week, and I think his agent will tell him, no, let's not go there right now. Let's go to Man United. And I think Andre Onana would be so much excited to come in and obviously play for Man United, because for the goalkeeper at the age of 30, because he's 29, you've just hit your prime. We saw the likes of Edwin van der Sar go close to 40 years while still playing top level football at Man United, and he retired in 2010, 2011. That's when he retired from Manchester United. So Andre Onana knows it, that he can give 3-4 years to Man United. Then after giving those years to Man United, his brand will really increase. Even if he doesn't go to Saudi Arabia, there will be teams coming in from USA that can offer him some good amount of money to play for the club of Manchester United. But we sign Andre Onana at Man United. If the African Cup of Nations comes in through and resolves his problems with Cameroon, will he be a variable? So that is the big question that Ten Hag needs to look through. So that is it coming in from Andre Onana, and obviously it's all about United making the first bid. We are waiting to see whether the bid is going to be accepted by Inter Milan or not. Now, Fabrizio Romano came out yesterday and refuted all the rumors that were circulating all over internet that United had agreed personal terms with Sofyan Amrabat. That is it. So what he did was he had to contact the Fiorentina side, right? And obviously the CEO had something to say about this deal, and obviously these were his words. We have not received any bid proposal for him at all. He's a Fiorentina player now. If any offer comes in, we will consider it. So first and foremost, they are willing to sell the player. That's it. And that sounds like music to the ears of very many United fans. But no offer has been brought in yet. So you now know what you're talking about. Sofyan Amrabat is a very good player, but no offer has come in from Man United for Sofyan Amrabat. And as it stands, Man United might be really vying to see that they really get in Sofyan Amrabat, because if they value him at 40 million euros, that's a bargain. 40 million euros, you sell Scott McTominay or Fred, that means you can really fancy that deal or really pay that deal. Even if you sell Freddy for 20 million pounds, 20 million pounds are 30, not so? Let me see. Pound to euros, let's see. 20. All right. Now what is 34 million pounds, meaning that they are wanting 34 million pounds. So if you sell Scott McTominay at 30 million pounds, you can use that amount of money to bring in Sofyan Amrabat, and we all admit that Sofyan Amrabat is better than Fred and Scott McTominay. So if at all you bring in Sofyan Amrabat and you add him to Mason Mount, I think that will be an upgrade in our midfield, dislodging Scott McTominay and Fred and bringing in Sofyan Amrabat and Mason Mount. It's an upgrade according to what we are really having. And I would like to let everyone who watches this channel that let no one lie to you about these deals. That we are supposed to upgrade from Scott McTominay and Fred to maybe Jude Bellingham, such quality. Even Pep Guardiola never transformed from Yaya Toure, David Silva, to Rodri, to Bernardo Silva. It was a process. They really had players there, and then he brought in players slowly by slowly, and that's how he came up with his elite team. So I don't want us to really reflect to Man City, yet we don't really face what we call reality. If you want to bring in Jude Bellingham, you must be having 120 million pounds to bring him in. Now, let me give you an example. If you're told that Jude Bellingham to Man United, 120 million pounds, he's eating almost 90% of your budget of the season, would you sanction that transfer? You wouldn't, because you know that you need a right-sided centre-back, you need a centre-forward. So even if you're having 200 million pounds to spend, you cannot go all out and really spend it. You cannot go ahead and spend 90% of that money on one player, because Ten Hag needs more. But after, I think, this summer and the January transfer window of next year, I think Ten Hag will be having the luxury next summer to see to it that he can even sign one player for 100 million pounds or 120 million pounds, because at least would have gone ahead to get the gist of his team. So that is it coming in from Sofyan Amrabat. No bid and offers put up by Man United. Even Barcelona is not considering the move because they don't have the money. Remember, in the January transfer window, we wanted to sign Sofyan Amrabat on loan. Fiorentina, we are willing to offer him to us on loan with an option to buy. Ten Hag said no. So after that, this is something that really trended yesterday night, and Joe Bayer speaking to Rio Ferdinand on his YouTube channel known as 5UK. There is definitely some takeover news happening. I know that is Joe Bayer speaking to Ferdinand. I know you can't say too much for whatever reasons we spoke about off air. Then Rio Ferdinand said, I was talking to David Austin as well, who's got knowledge. We've got good sources. So Ferdinand is confirmed to us that he's having good sources as far as this is concerned, and is willing to really tell us that something is happening either today or tomorrow. So we anticipate that maybe huge news is going to be dropped by this week, and even if it drops this week, Sheikh Jassim Al Thani has to submit his sources of income and everything, paperwork, to the Premier League. It will take 2 weeks. So it take 2 to 3 weeks for Premier League verification, meaning that United can only get in money like 60 million pounds or 50 to spend from Sheikh Jassim Al Thani around the first or second week of August. So, but that will be something good for Erik ten Hag, because all what he needs is money to back up his squad and prepare for the January transfer window. So guys, your thoughts on United submitting first Andre Onana bid are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about it? What do you make about the Al Nassr coming in to rival the deal of Andre Onana? Rio Ferdinand, big hint about the takeover. And lastly, what do you make about Sofyan Amrabat? No contact with Man United, no personal terms have been agreed. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God protect you abundantly. Rokan David remains my name. To all my Muslim viewers and subscribers, may Allah reward you abundantly and protect you, and may you move in the shadow of his wings. Ciao, ciao.